Let's look at some practical examples on complex intervals. For example, here we have the one that we saw it before when we started introducing this new topic. This is an A and C flat. Let's check it. This is the way we need to do this. We count it from the staff point of view first, and we see that this 1, 2, 3. These are 3 steps away. 1, 2, 3. This is the third. It might not sound like a third when you play it, but it is, from the written point of view, it is a third. Yeah. Therefore, we need to look at somewhere here. Yeah, a third has either 3 or 4 semitones according to whether it is a minor or a major. Now let's count the number of semitones here. This is an A and this is a C flat, therefore it's 0, 1, 2. So we have a 2, and here is a minor third, has only 3. The one that we need to look at is a minor third that has lost 1 semitone. Therefore, 1 minor third has lost a semitone to become a 2 semitone interval is a diminished third. So therefore this is a diminished third. Let's look at this one. As always, we count the staff counting the line first, the line and the spaces first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a 7th. Once again, it might not sound like a 7th, but it is a 7th. And you know that it's not going to sound like a 7th because that E sharp is going to be sounding like an F, therefore these are going to sound like an octave. But from the written point of view, this is a 7th, and we'll count the number of semitones away from each other. We have F here and E sharp here. Therefore 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 semitones away. Let's look at the 7th and what happened to the 12 semitones on the 7th. Well, it's actually a major 7th that is being added 1 semitone to become a 12 semitones 7th. Therefore this is going to be an augmented 7th. On augmented 7th. Let's look at this one here. We have that this is a 1, 2 because we first of all count from the staff point of view, which is going to give us the number of a interval. When we said minor, remember major, perfect, augmented, diminished, that is the quality. Now we are just wondering about the number. This is a second. This is a second, yeah? And we need to count the number of semitones that separates these two notes. It's an F from a G double flat. It is the same note. From the oral point of view, it's going to sound exactly like the same note, but from the written point of view, is a second, and a second with 0 semitones. Therefore, let's look at the second. It's a second that has lost 1 semitone to become a 0 semitone second. That is going to be a diminished second. 1 minus 1 is 0. Finally, let's look at this one here. We have from the staff point of view, to discover the number of an interval is 1, 2, 3, 4. We know this is a fourth. Now, once again, it might not sound like a fourth. When you play it, it will sound like perhaps a third, major third. But from the point of view of the written music, this is a fourth, and a fourth that goes from A to D flat. Let's count it. Count the number of semitones now. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you look at the perfect fourth, it has to have 5, no fourth. So if it has fourth, it's because it has lost a semitone. Therefore, this is a diminished fourth. Let's look at two more examples here. For example, we have here one with double sharp. This is, let's count from the staff point of view, the number of steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a seventh. If you look well, it's not going to sound like a 7. It's going to sound like an octave, because that is actually sounds like an E. But from the written point of view, which is what we are interested here, this is a seventh. And let's count the number of intervals they are away from each other. For example, this is an E and this is a D double sharp. So we go from here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is a seventh that has 12 semitones. The only way to think about seventh with 12 semitones is by adding 1 to the 11. That would be an augmented seventh. Now we have this one here. It's a G that we assume is a natural G and a flat G. Then we know it's an octave, but we just in case we're going to count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is an octave. It's an octave, but we know that it's not a perfect octave, because this one has a less -1 semitone here. But we're going to still count it on the keyboard counting from G to G flat. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Therefore, this is an octave with 11 semitones. Then it's 12 minus 1. This is a diminished octave. A diminished octave. Remember, when you staff count it, you always start from number 1 on the origin, and when you keyboard count it, you always put number 0 on the origin, and then you move. Finally, we talk about compound intervals. What happened to an interval where it exceeds the eighth? For example, we have these two intervals here. These are actually wider than an octave. What we do is just take the top note and drop it 1 octave. This is a G. We drop it to the other G here, and then we can easily see that this is a fourth. Well, if this is a fourth, therefore this is a compound fourth. A compound fourth that also can be called perfect 11th. This is a compound perfect fourth which is also a perfect 11th. It's either way you can call it, but obviously by calling it compound perfect fourth is easier to understand. On the other hand, sometimes, most of the time when we're talking about harmony and things like that, we just call it a fourth or perfect fourth, but we don't actually mention the word compound. We assume that is present there. For example, another two notes here, a C and an A. Well, a C and an A, we just drop that top note down one octave, and we can see that this is a major sixth. A major sixth in this case is a major sixth, a compound major sixth, therefore is a major 13th. Major 13, so we have two ways of calling it. But as we said before, we usually just call it a major sixth, even if they are distant from each other. Well, I hope you enjoyed these educational videos, and if you have any questions, just place it down in the comments part of the video, and I will be pleased to answer to you. Thank you very much.